Once upon a time, in the heart of a bustling city, there lived a wise and respected judge named Justice Emir. Known for his impartiality and unwavering dedication to fairness, people from all walks of life admired and trusted him. The city's courthouse, an ancient building with towering marble pillars, echoed with stories of Emir's wisdom. He was not just a man of the law, but a man of compassion, always seeking the balance between justice and mercy. One day, a curious case came before him. A wealthy merchant accused a poor farmer of stealing a priceless jewel. The farmer, a humble man named Kadir, pleaded his innocence, but the evidence seemed stacked against him. The jewel was found in his possession, and the merchant had witnesses claiming to have seen Kadir near his house on the night of the theft. The courtroom was packed as everyone awaited Justice Emir's decision. The judge listened to both sides intently. The merchant, with his air of superiority, recounted the details of the theft with confidence, while Kadir, with trembling hands, explained that the jewel had mysteriously appeared in his small house. He had no idea how it got there and was fearful of the consequences. Emir noticed something strange as he observed the two men. The merchant's story was perfectly crafted, almost too perfect. Kadir's demeanor, on the other hand, reflected an honest man who was terrified of a crime he did not commit. Justice Emir knew he needed to get to the truth, for his reputation rested on his ability to discern the right from wrong. The courtroom was silent as the judge called for a recess. He sat in his chambers, reflecting on the case. He believed in the principle that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. But how could he prove Kadir's innocence when the evidence was so damning? As the recess ended, Emir returned to the courtroom with a plan. He asked the merchant and Kadir to step forward. "I will decide this case using a method as old as time," he declared. "We will invoke the test of truth." The audience murmured in confusion. What was the test of truth? They watched in curiosity as the judge ordered both men to stand before a large pot of boiling water. "You both must reach into the pot and retrieve a stone from the bottom," Emir said. "If you are telling the truth, the water will not harm you." The merchant's face turned pale. "This is absurd," he shouted. "Why should I risk my hand in this foolish test?" "Justice sometimes requires unconventional methods," the judge replied calmly. "If you are innocent, you have nothing to fear." Reluctantly, the merchant agreed. He stepped forward, but hesitated, his hands trembling. Kadir, however, moved without hesitation, plunging his hand into the boiling water. The courtroom gasped. To everyone's astonishment, when Kadir withdrew his hand, it was unscathed, not a single burn or blister on his skin. The merchant stood frozen. He had no choice but to follow. But as soon as he placed his hand in the water, he yelped in pain and quickly withdrew it, revealing a red, swollen hand. The truth was clear to everyone in the room. Judge Emir looked at the merchant, his gaze piercing. "The water has spoken the truth. You, merchant, have framed this innocent man to cover your own guilt." The merchant, now exposed, broke down in tears and confessed. He had planted the jewel in Kadir's house, hoping to divert suspicion from himself as he had lost a fortune in a failed business deal. The jewel was a last-ditch effort to recover his losses. Emir turned to the courtroom. "Let this be a lesson to all. Truth, though it may be concealed for a time, will always find its way to the surface. And those who lie and manipulate will face the consequences of their actions." The crowd erupted in applause. Kadir, tears of relief in his eyes, bowed before the judge. "Thank you, Your Honor. You have saved my life and restored my dignity." The judge, with a gentle smile, nodded. "Justice is not just about laws, Kadir. It is about finding the truth and ensuring that everyone, rich or poor, stands equal before it." The merchant was taken into custody, and Kadir was set free. But the story didn't end there. The people of the city, inspired by Emir's wisdom, began to live with more integrity, understanding that honesty and truth would always prevail. Years passed, and Justice Emir's reputation grew even more. He became known not just as a man of law, but as a beacon of morality, reminding everyone that justice is not only about punishment, but about ensuring that truth prevails, no matter how difficult the path to it may seem. And so, the city flourished, with its people living in harmony, knowing that as long as men like Judge Amir sat in the courthouse, justice would never be denied.